Marking the site. Now that we have prepared the site, we will proceed to establish the center line of the structure. The center line serves as a reference to mark the excavation area for laying the foundation and building walls. At the end of the session, you will be able to mark the center lines, mark the excavation area. In our drawing, the center lines of our structure has a length of 190 centimeters and a breadth of 100 centimeters. The excavation width is 50 centimeters, that is 25 centimeters on either side of the center lines. We will proceed with these values in mind. First, let's take a look at the tools and materials required for marking the site. The tools required are hammer, measuring tape, chalk. The materials required are chalk powder, stakes, thread. Let's now see the steps to mark the center lines. Earlier, while clearing the site, we had measured, marked, and inserted 4 stakes at 4 corners of the 500 cm by 300 cm area. We now proceed to mark the center lines. Now, let's see the procedure of marking the site. First, we will draw a line parallel to the house. For this, hold and tie one end of a string to the back corner of the house. Holding the string along the length of the house, insert a stake at a convenient distance and tie the other end of the string. We will now proceed to measure and mark the center lines. Insert a stake at 30 centimeters outwards from the first stake and ensure the stakes are aligned. Now join the stake with the stake on the opposite end with a string. We will now ensure that the 2 threads are at right angles. From the thread intersection, measure and mark a distance of 90 centimeters towards the second stake. Similarly, measure and mark a distance of 120 centimeters towards the third stake. Measure the distance between the 2 marks we made now. Check whether the distance between the 2 marks is 150 centimeters. As the distance between the 2 marks is not 150 centimeters, we will adjust the third stake till the distance comes 150 centimeters. Now both the threads are at right angles. Now measure and mark a distance of 190 centimeters along the length from the thread intersection. Now measure and mark a distance of 100 centimeters along the breadth from the same point as shown. We now need to find the 4th corner. For this, draw an arc of 190 centimeters from the 100 centimeter mark. Similarly, draw another arc at a distance of 100 centimeters from the 190 centimeter mark. Mark the intersection of these 2 points. Mark the lines with strings and chalk powder. This gives us a rectangle with a length of 190 centimeters and a breadth of 100 centimeters. You have now marked the center lines. Let us now proceed to mark the excavation area. Keeping the central line as reference, measure and mark a distance of 25 centimeters on either side. Repeat the same procedure on the remaining sides of the rectangle as well. Now, join the points that we made to draw lines. With that, we have come to the end of this session. In this session, we learned to draw a line parallel to the house, measure and mark the center lines, and measure and mark the area for excavation. In the next session, we will learn how to mark the basement height and to excavate for laying the foundation.